Hi, I'm Bob Thomas. I have a website that I started over 17 years ago called lettersfromasoldier.com. I have interesting letters from World War II and Vietnam. And during the time, I've had people call me or email me, and two authors emailed me. Cheryl Frizzell, 4 or 5 years ago, wrote this book, In the Face of Obstacles, because her dad and my uncle shared a common place in the Aleutians. And she did a really beautiful job of showing some of the pictures I have of a checkerboard set. Fun en route, which I have a book, I have scanned it, it's on my website, games your children could play. They don't do this in the Army anymore. They don't give books like this. Another one is Eddie in boot camp down in Alabama. And this one's got like a postage stamp, a picture of Eddie, and this is part of my logo from the website. The other book came a couple of years later. Bill Paul wrote Awaiting the Sun. He asked permission again, and I gave it to him, and he did a beautiful job. I've got 7 or 8 references in the index. His dad and my uncle were in the Aleutians about the same time. It's a very interesting story. I have not read it all. I am reading it right now, and I will be talking about it during my GoFundMe. There's one reference here. My uncle talks about Thanksgiving dinner, the food that they had in detail. And actually, that page is going to a beer tavern. The other page was this has a paragraph on Thanksgiving dinner. Both of these authors, I will put up their websites on my YouTube.
All right, this is the book Awaiting the Sun by Bill Paul. He was the second author to contact me about using my uncle's website on in his book, and he did a beautiful job. There's about 7 or 8 references in the index. I am reading the book currently, and I'm going to review it on my podcast for my GoFundMe. The next author, In the Face of Obstacles, by Cheryl Frizzell. Both books, I should say, are on Amazon. And although Cheryl does not have a website, she was very generous, and she gave me this book. I thank her for it. And I have read it. It's very well. I have a review on Goodreads. Back to this author, I forgot to mention his website, the AleutianWarVeterans.com on there. So I started this website about 2009. I think the idea started in 2007. I'm kind of going to go over it. My dad and I were mulling it over Instant Messenger. And back in 2007, we were communicating that way even before those times, before social media. This, I have 200, 300, 400 pages on this website. Now, I want to add more. I have 2 sections. This is the World War II section, and I have several soldiers on it. This is up in the Aleutians, where my uncle was. The Vietnam page is, I have 2 or 3 soldiers on here. James Fortunes was a Flint, Michigan resident. I have his whole story from boot camp to when he was discharged from Vietnam. It's a very interesting story. I spent a lot of time on this. I had a lot of help from his sister, too. So I started this GoFundMe to be able to do things like improve the site for cell phones. But I tell you, it works wonderful. I use it all the time in my cell phone. I want to make it better. I do want to go through and clean up pages that were some grammar errors. I leave some in that were my uncle made, even though my uncle was a stenographer and a very fast shorthand person, which got him most of his career in the Army. This is him in the Aleutians here. My GoFundMe is, I will put the link on my YouTube. If I go to it here, oops, this link here, I will post that. The other thing I want to do is I had a page on PTSD on my Vietnam site, and there's been a lot of interest in that. I want to improve that. I think that's a very important issue, and that is why my GoFundMe. So stay tuned. I will have more updates. Thank you.